County, City of Charlottesville stakeholder, sports fan, sports junkie, a guy who follows topics and trends in this community as closely as I do, and a man who, when it all is said and done, just wants what's best for the community.
I agree.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When we start the program, which we will do, guys, in a matter of moments, you'll see Elliot Harding. I'll throw to Elliot because the guy has the gift of gab. The guy is extremely well read, and he is a very talented communicator. I see why he pursued the career of law. I will throw it to him. Where do you want to begin? Where do you want to start? And I will follow his lead. Sit back, grab some coffee, whether you're live streaming on Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, whether you're watching on one of 15 Facebook pages, one of 15 Twitter accounts, whether you're checked in and watching on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on pretty much every social media platform known to mankind, you can participate with the discussion, dictate the pace and tempo of the show by offering some thoughts either through DM, through text message, in the comment section, and we will adapt to you. He is very skilled in that measure, that adaptive measure. Also a new dad, so I'm going to check in with him on whether he's sleeping. How old is your child now?
9 months.
9 months?
Mm-hmm.
You sleeping?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah? She's got a rock star wife?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, very proud of her.
Very, and we'll talk, maybe, should we talk NIL?
I think it's something that's, it's March Madness is coming up. It's a good time to talk about that, I think.
Okay, we'll talk that as well. He's a pioneer when it comes to that. So give the show a like and a share anywhere you guys are watching. We will start in T-minus, 20 seconds here on the I Love CVille Network, today's show, presented by our friends over at Skooma, Skooma Boutique Dispensary. J-Dubs, how you looking over there? All right, let's rock when you're ready. Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille show. My name is Jerry Miller. Thank you kindly for joining us on a gorgeous Thursday in the Commonwealth. We are live across Albemarle County, Charlottesville, Central Virginia, the Commonwealth, the country and the world, on the I Love CVille network. Today's program presented by Skooma Boutique Dispensary, the best dispensary in Charlottesville. Skooma Boutique Dispensary, located next to Rapture on the downtown mall. So much to cover on today's program. Our friend Elliot Harding is in the house. You will see him in about 30 seconds on the network. And he is a well-read, well-connected, born and raised stakeholder in this community. Someone who has a law degree, someone who has run for political office, someone who represents clients from various different backgrounds, an individual that has the gift of communication, forward thinking, a sports junkie, someone who bleeds orange and blue, Washington Commanders fan. It's weird even saying that, the Washington Commanders. A new father, a man who's outkicked his coverage when it's come to his better half. And I mean that as complimentary as possible. This guy's just a good guy to have on a talk show. And a guy I enjoy running into a few times a month around Charlottesville, the downtown mall, or some of our favorite establishments around the community. Judah Wickhauer is our director. I would encourage you, Judah, to have the 3-shot set up for you when we're ready to rock and roll. But before we do, let's go to the 2-shot and let's welcome Elliot Harding to the program. Elliot, you're live across all social platforms on the I Love CVille network. First, hello, my friend. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me back on. It's always a good time.
It is a good time. I enjoy spending time with you. For all the reasons I listed, I really respect folks that are as engaged as you are. You have the pulse on the news cycle. And then I'm going to adapt to you right now. Where do you want to begin? Anywhere you want to go?
There's a lot of stuff just on a day-to-day basis to cover here in Charlottesville, the topical stuff that's impacting day-to-day lives. But the past few weeks, I've just been pretty tied up watching what's going on in Ukraine. And then, of course, that has downward effects here domestically, but things like gas prices now, or that's trickling down here. It's crossing the ocean as far as material impact, but that's nothing compared to the suffering that's taking place there. So that's kind of been my time. I've been paying attention to that when I have time. But got a law firm, like you said. I got a 9-month-old baby, so that's primarily where most of my time and focus is.
Introduce yourself to everybody that's watching the program.
Sure, yeah. I'm Elliot Harding. I'm here, born and raised in Charlottesville. If you've watched, I think I've been on Jerry's show here a few times. I'm an attorney here in Charlottesville. I have my own firm, Harding Counsel, PLLC. Primarily involved in a lot of litigation, a lot of criminal defense representation is the primary aspect, as well as some civil rights litigation and commercial litigation. Went to high school here, went to UVA, and I am plagued by being a Washington football team commander, formerly known as the Redskins football team, So I love sports, love the community, love Charlottesville. And I'm happy to talk about all things.
Why don't we go with the topic of conversation that everyone's talking? You said off air your personal assessments popped 20% year over year. Is that right?
Yeah. And that's not that off from what we're hearing. I mean, there's 10, 15, I've heard of 20, more than 20% assessments going up. And it's not that they didn't bring it to market value. They did. It's just then talk about also raising the property tax, to raise the property taxes on top of that at the same time, I think is literally the worst time to do that. Let people get adjusted to the assessments, and then maybe let's spend more time getting our assessments done on a routine basis so that it's not a sticker shock to a lot of families.
When you open the envelope, your wife, yourself, you're now feeding an extra mouth, a 9-month-old. They're not cheap. I know firsthand. My wife and I have a soon-to-be 4-year-old, which is crazy. What did you guys think when you saw it and you opened it for the first time? 20% plus is a lot, dude.
All right. It's funny you say that. Honestly, now that I think about it, my wife's first reaction was, how do we challenge this?
She's an attorney?
Yeah. But I laughed because it actually did bring us to probably market value. It's still probably below market value given how hot the market